Hey YouTube. Well, I want to talk about the situation with Miss Khia. Now I know this story is already burnt out. We're all sick of the words Queen's Court. I know that, but there are different elements that need to be evaluated here. Because when I look at Miss Khia, not separate from the Queen's Court, this is separate from the Queen's Court. When Miss Khia is in her own environment, the recent videos of her getting ready for her video shoot, and many of her old videos, I see nothing but queens, nothing but gay men all around her, right? Now, in this time, people are accusing Miss Khia of being homophobic. They're accusing her of using the wrong language, of saying all the wrong words, basically not giving a fuck. Now, on the air, Miss Madison would occasionally try to correct her live, or is it an excuse or reason? Basically, she wasn't being. So I decided to tell you a little story about that. I'm talking to you guys, you gay men around Miss Khia. Okay, when I got out of, I used to live in L.A., right? I got sent to San Quentin State Prison. When I got out of prison, I was a dope fiend in L.A., right? When I got out of San Quentin, I hit the streets of San Francisco. Just a teeny bit of money, and I didn't know a soul. Okay, very soon after that, I met this drug dealer on Polk Street. Polk Street is like the heart of the drug area. Anyway, he took an immediate interest in me, changed my life, gave me this huge amounts of dope. It was almost like a romance. It wasn't sexual at all. He was, I wouldn't say he was a straight man. He enjoyed the company of transgenders, but he had the appearances of a straight man, right? Anyway, this dude gave me everything that I needed to. Anyway, I went from obscurity to not knowing anyone in San Francisco to all of a sudden I'm being this dude's right hand, right? Everywhere he goes, I go. Got a lot of respect because I'm right next to the guy with the dope, right? And I'm studying him. I am studying him because I had never come that close to somebody who made a living at this thing. Now, I'll tell you this. I only feel comfortable about talking about selling drugs because I was also a drug addict. So for us, it wasn't like a person saw a person selling drugs. For us, it was life. And it was status to be in control of that. Anyway, so I became this dude's right hand. Now he was extremely generous with me. If I messed up the sack, showed me how to do it, where I made a mistake, and put me back on my feet, and like that. So we became like the odd couple. In and out of jail. I mean, it seemed like every time I got out, he got out. Over the next couple of years, every time we were always on the street together, and we got busted around the same time together. Anyway, so this dude like became my best friend here, and my boss essentially. But he had this quirk. He would say degrading things. He would use. This is a white guy. Of course, I'm black. He would use racial. He would use racial language, racist language. He would use homophobic language, even though he was with trans girls. He would use that in my face, and that's the only thing he did wrong, right? So, and every time he did that, it stung. Because here I am, a gay black man, and he makes these disparaging remarks on a regular basis, and particularly around other people, and it seemed to escalate. The more he got away with, the more comfortable he got with doing with it. And it wasn't just me. This was with all the people that he had interactions with. There were several people who worked for him. All of them, he had this kind of relationship. He liked to degrade people in front of other people. But I took it because I was getting all this dope and all this money. And I wasn't on the street. I mean, I was kind of being sponsored. I took it, but I began to hate him. And a part of me hated him. A part of us were great friends, business partners. But a part of me growingly began to resent this person because he had to be aware that the comments that he was making around other people, it had to hurt my feelings. I mean, I'm a human being, and I'm black, and I'm gay. So why would he say these things if we're supposed to be so tight, such friends? But he enjoyed doing it. That's the pleasure that he got, was the power to do that. So this was a sign of his character and my lack of character, or my willingness to do anything to get what I want as far as the drug game goes, right? Okay, I got to speed through this thing. I don't want to get lost in there. All right, so I kept putting up with this stuff. Eventually, he got busted, and I took over everything, right? As far as the customers, connections, and all that kind of stuff. So now I was having my turn, doing great. When he got out of the pen, I was able to give him stuff to get him started. But I can never forget what he did when he was in the power, right? Anyway. So he came up. This man, at one point, we were doing a deal, put everything on the table, and this motherfucker robbed me. In as much as he took everything and just ran out the door. See, this was the level of disrespect that he had for me. This was established early in our relationship. That's the closest I ever come to having to do something very bad that could have ended me up in prison forever. Because I had to pass the word around. You can't let people do you like that. You got big problems in that world. Fortunately, it didn't go down. Right. So anyway, I said all that to say, for all that time I was with that person, around that person, I was almost like a Me Too victim. I was being victimized by the way this guy was speaking to around me. So that brings me to my question. And he had no respect for me in the end. He would never do that to any of the other people in our group. But he established a disrespect, a level that he could get away with. Kept pushing it. When I watched Khia's videos or ones before Queen's Court ever came to be, nothing but gay men in there. And I'm wondering, wait a minute. A big part of this new controversy is that Khia is homophobic. And she says wrong language deliberately. And I said, oh, she's just like this person that I was talking about. She's just like him. She does it because she can get away with it. She pushes it because she can. So I want to ask these guys, these gay men, why are you doing it? Are you guys all on her payroll that you have to go over there and laugh at her jokes? And when she uses language, faggots, all the gay punks and all that stuff, do you just ignore it? Or do you just take her to be one of you, therefore allowed to use this kind of language? I don't know. All I know is every time I look at a video of Miss Khia that occurred with other people in the room before the Queen's Court, nothing but gay men. Now, at the same time, we're hearing these gay agencies saying we don't want you to ever come or deal business with you ever again. Apparently, just in D.C., there's people saying we don't ever want to see her again. She was completely inappropriate and saying things that were harmful in spite of the fact that she was surrounded by gay people. She's gotten so comfortable that she just does it at will, and nobody tells her. So I'll tell you that guy I'm talking about, part of me loved him and accepted that abuse. So it is like Me Too, because even though I wasn't being sexually abused, I was being abused based on someone else's position. So I would say to those guys, you don't got to do that. You don't have to do that, or at the very least, tell her, you know what? That really hurts my feelings when you do that. If I had to do it all over again, I should have told that guy in the beginning. Perhaps we would have had a real friendship, But I told him in the beginning, you know what you just said in there? I didn't like that at all. And it hurts my feelings. And it separates me. It separates me to a different class of person. A kind of person who would put up with that and deal with that. So my question is, should these guys who know that Khia insists upon using this homophobic language, she insists upon treating people the way that she does, that is reported, should you guys still be doing her eyes and her hair and her makeup and laughing at her jokes? I don't know that you're real friends, but they're all around. She got more queens around her than Madison. It's a mystery. But it could be changed. You can go to that girl and say, listen here, I don't want you to say that around me again. You know, I'm here, I'm with you. It makes me look like I'm some kind of damn coon. Our house person, N-word. It makes me it makes me look like I have no self-esteem and no self-respect. So I don't want you to do that again. I don't want you to do that on camera. I don't want you to do it in private. Or we just can't work together. It's wrong. Because she doesn't seem to get it. When people attempt to correct her, she pushes back against it. She will not accept, okay, you can't use that language. Now, they made it a joke in the Queen's Court, but it really isn't a joke. Don't do that. It's hurtful. It's harmful. It's disrespectful. That's the key thing. Disrespectful. So, I don't know if any Khia's people will come across this video, but if you do, just tell us. I mean, that is my friend, or I told her I hate her. I don't know what you think. Why you stay? I mean, it's just to touch a rapper, to be in someone's crew. Now I know it's not only Khia. People do this shit. That's why they got me too. Bosses grabbing on girls' titties and all that kind of stuff is going on since the beginning of time. We all know that. But at some point, you can stop it. Say, listen, next time you say that word, I'm gone. I don't give a goddamn if you got one eye made, the other one half a lipstick. I don't give a damn. Because she does get work done, but she would be a tragedy without all that makeup and hair and all that kind of stuff. So she needs these people. But these people need to have self-respect. You know what I mean? Be able to hold your head up. So it's more, she causes these controversies. And then we look on the video and we see you there doing her hair and laughing at this shit. Doesn't say very much for your character or lack thereof. All right, it's just a discussion. Okay, people.